Hey y'all, I got a crazy idea today. I was sitting around thinking, I like meatballs, but what if we deep fry them? Deep fried meatballs, I bet you that would be good. So that's what I'm going to try to make today, some deep fried meatballs. We're going to start out, I'm going to mix some good 80-15 ground beef and some good pork sausage together. I guess there's maybe a pound and a quarter total there, so however you want to break that up or use that. We're going to need some breadcrumbs, some salt, some pepper. Put a little onion in there, some garlic, some paprika, a couple of eggs, and then in a Christmas present I got some blocks of cheese. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some cheese centers in these for as many as I can. I don't know how long that cheese will hold out. But basically we're going to take and put a block of cheese in a meatball, cook the meatball in the oven, and then once it gets done we'll let them cool, roll them in breadcrumbs, deep fry them, see what we got there. Like I said, I don't know if it'll turn out or not because this is just a concept, an idea I had. But stick around and see what happens. Let me get some things prepared. This onion chopped up, this garlic chopped up, and I'll bring you back and I'll show you what I do next. All right, we're gonna get this the meatball. Now this I'm just doing a real simple meatball here. Nothing too extravagant. I mean, a meatball is what you want it to be. If you want it more Italian, you want to put a little more garlic, oregano, that kind of a thing in it. Make it Mexican, put a little cumin in it, something like that. So, but I'm just making some simple meatballs here. Basically, just some salt, pepper, ground beef and pork, and we're gonna put a little paprika and onions and garlic in it. Here I've got a medium onion, about half of it I cut up. So I had to put it in the bowl. It was blinding. Getting ready to run me out of the kitchen. And I got probably 3/4 of a bulb of garlic here. So put that in there. Salt, using a salt grinder here. So I don't like my stuff real salty. It's necessary to bring out a little bit of flavor, but a few grinds of that. Pepper, there's some ground black pepper. Like that. Let's put some, throw some paprika in there. I like the flavor of paprika. Makes things red too, which is cool. And let's put 1 egg in there. Now I want to try to do this without using very much breadcrumbs at all, because we're going to put the breadcrumbs on the outside. So I'd like to see this consistency come out to where it would be solid enough to hold itself without having to put any breadcrumbs in it, but minimal at most. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to put some in there, but you got to have that egg to bind it, and that kind of wettens things up. So basically, like I said, you can see what I'm doing now. With these, we want to let the meat and the seasonings sit for a little while. So what I'm going to do here is get this stuff stirred up. We'll probably give it an hour and a half to rest. Not going to put it in the refrigerator. Let it come up, let it get warm, and then I'll bring you back, show you what I do there. We're going to roll it up, put some cheese in the middle, and put them in the oven. But anyways, let me let this thing rest, and I'll bring you back. All right, from looking at this, it's pretty wet, pretty soft, so I'm going to have to add some breadcrumbs. But I'm just going to add what I think I can get by with. Was that maybe a ½ cup? And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to add some Parmesan Romano Mazzano cheese there. Maybe that'll absorb a little too. They may be a little bit salty with all that in it. But also, and you don't have to wait to do this. This is just something looking at it, I think. I'm going to add a little bit, probably 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons of my jalapeno powder. And I'm going to mix that up. I am getting ready to roll them out though, but let me send you away for a second. I'll bring you right back. We'll see you go. That wasn't too bad, was it? So, actually there's 2 ways to do this deal. Get some meat, get a piece of cheese, stick it in there, and you kind of roll it around till you can get that cheese to, you don't want it lopsided. It doesn't have to be perfect either, but you want to make sure that you don't have that cheese sticking out one side. That's not going to work too well. So, you can do it that way. I have found. And all I'm doing is putting these on a greased cookie sheet over here. Or, another way to do it is to get you, this way makes a little bit bigger one. The other way you can get them a little smaller. But you'll notice I'm using cheddar and Swiss cheese both. But you just pat out 2 patties, right? Put that down. Put that piece of cheese in the middle of it. Stack her up. Now you know it's in the middle. Now, but you got to make sure you make these 2 halves one, right? Otherwise, I don't know what'll happen. But surely not the end of the world. But you don't want a bunch of split meatballs in there either. That's not going to work for you. Now you can make them a little smaller than that. That's much bigger than I want. So I'm going to have to pull some of that off. But you get the gist of it. Y'all are smart out there, I know. And play with it. Like I said, that's the whole thing about my channel and my recipes. I don't write any of this stuff down. If I want to know how I made something, I'm just like anybody else. I go right back to the video and look at it. If I don't feel like making it the way I made it that time, I just, you know, I have just a basis, a template that I'm going to use, and I go from there. And, you know, sometimes some stuff is so good that, yeah, I want to make it exactly that way again. But for the most part, when I cook, it'll never come out the same twice. So, anyways, let me get these things in the oven. I'm going to put them in the oven, I think, on 350, and I'm guessing it's probably going to take 25 minutes or so for them to cook, but I'll try to keep track of that and let you know. But when they come out, I'll let you know. All right. Took them out of the oven. Cooked them at 350 for about 30 minutes. It's all going to be depending on the size that you end up making them. And if you'll notice this one, the cheese came out on, but the rest of them, they look all right. Now I don't want to roll these yet. I want to let these things cool. And actually, what I'm going to do is let them cool and put them in paper towels and make sure I get the grease off them before I put in the eggs. Because if you don't, that'll be a problem. So, anyways, let me get some stuff ready, and I'll bring it back when we're ready to roll them and deep fry them. All right. I know I'm killing you. It's killing me. This is the moment of truth. I'm wondering, is it going to work? So. Let's put them in some egg. Roll them meatballs around some eggs. And then, let's get a nice light coating of breadcrumbs on it. Alright. Looks good. Let me do a couple of these. I don't know if this is going to, like I said, I don't know if this is going to work, so we're not going to cook up 20 of them here to start out. You know, let's do a couple, see how this thing, you know, if it don't blow up on my face, I'll be doing good. But sorry for the sniffles, folks, but, you know, I got that cold and I'm fighting it, fighting it. I don't let that stuff get me down. I keep trying. Vitamin C and roll on, baby. That's all you can do. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. One in. Penguin. Alright. Well, give it time. Well, there you go, folks. It worked. Worked like a charm, man. They are really good. I cut one open here for you so you could excuse me, see how that, yeah, I just had a couple. How that cheese was, you know, it's in there, it's laid in there. Now, as far as a dipping sauce, I feel like they need a dipping sauce. I thought I had some marinara, but I don't. So, I just mixed up some ketchup and some sour cream. You know, there again, I'd like to hear what suggestions y'all have if you make them, what kind of sauce you use. But, I got a feeling, for me, for me, that's not the worst thing. I like ketchup and I like sour cream both, so I wouldn't want to use a real spicy sauce or an overpowering sauce because the deep fried meatballs themselves rock. I mean, they just absolutely crush me. As good as they sound, they're even better. So, good luck to you. I'm surely somebody will try these for the Super Bowl or playoffs. I hope y'all enjoy them. If you don't want, like, once people come into your house, I probably wouldn't tell them we're going to have deep fried meatballs because I think anybody'd be intrigued by that. So, I wouldn't claim to be the originator of it, but I didn't see it done anywhere else, and I thought it was a good idea, and I'm pretty happy with myself because they turned out awesome. So, Anyways, yes, always, you know I appreciate y'all checking out what I'm doing, and I hope you try these. It's another one that's over the fence, man. It's a home run. Really good. And give me some feedback. Let me know. Have a good night. See y'all.